Are you struggling to build an AI business securely? Then I have you covered. In this video, I'll share with you my special Hermes plugin to help you level up and build your business securely. Here you can see my roadmap that I built to help my mentees level up. Next, you can see my YouTube Insights page so that you can monitor your competition and build scripts and creatives to produce those videos. I will demonstrate that later. You can find access to this framework in my school group in the link in the description. Let's get started. I'll walk you through the simple installation and use. Hey guys, I just want to take a moment to share something really exciting with you guys. I recently ported all of my paperclip plugins over to Hermes. I just found that Hermes is easier to use than paperclip. Some of you guys were having trouble getting paperclip running, and it is a little bit more complicated than Hermes, particularly the way I've set it up for you. So I think you'll be excited to see now that you can get started here in a few clicks, and I'm going to demonstrate how you can do it. There's a link in this post. In the meantime, just follow along here. And all you'll do is, if you've never been on Railway before, you'll need to sign up. You just sign up with the free account. I think they give you $5 worth of credit, and that should last you a good while, maybe even a month, depending on how much you use this thing. And then it's kind of usage based. It might go up to $30 a month if you heavily use it, but if you don't, then it'll probably stay down around $5 a month. But this is a cloud service, so you don't have to deploy this on your own system, which alleviates a whole nother concern and cybersecurity concerns and everything. All right, so I've built it all for you. So all you have to do is come to that link and log in when it asks you to, and then click this Deploy Now button. And then when it'll come up with another screen here, you don't have to configure anything, just go ahead and hit Deploy again. You see how quick this is. This runs a Docker container where I've set it up, and I'm going to publish like all this stuff out on GitHub so that you can do it the hard way if you want. But for those of you looking for just simplicity, this is how you do it. See how it's deploying? It'll take about 24 seconds. I'll go ahead and click in there, and you can see the details. This link up here is the link that you actually go to here in a moment when we open up the dashboard. But let's just watch this thing. This whole cell here should turn green. And it looks like it's taking a little bit longer for the first time. When you redeploy this in the future, if I push updates to you, you will come in here, you will come back in here, and you would just click these three dots here, and you click redeploy, and you can automatically get my updates. Just remember that, okay? There's like a helper screen that reminds you of that inside the app. I'll show you in a second. Okay, all right, so once you get this app up, it turns green right here, and then again, we click this URL. You can edit this URL if you want over here under the settings, and you can scroll down and try to find a more user-friendly, like a shorter URL. You can just call it your name and something else, and it'll check if it's available, and it'll actually shorten this URL for you. That's a little pro tip, okay? But back to the deployments tab. This is really all you need to do is click on the link. It's green, we're ready to go. Okay, the first time you come to it, it's gonna ask you to log in. So go ahead and hit sign in here. And what that does is that creates an account for you. And only the first person that logs in will be able to create an account on this site. Okay, so you don't have to worry about other people coming in, like then logging in on your app on your behalf. Okay. Now, once you log into this thing, here's what it looks like. This is just a straight up Hermes client. I've chosen the Hermes teal coloring, and I've kind of enhanced it a little bit. But if you don't care for that, that's fine. You can get rid of it. You can switch colors down here, and you can switch to, for example, like a light background, a light blue. But again, I like the cyberpunk look here. All right, and then I've put my stuff at the top here in the menu. So here's the AI Cyber Value Creator plugins, and then there's a couple Hermes plugins that came with the system. And then this is a straight up Hermes app here. So if you wanted to jump into chat and have Hermes do something for you, like set up a daily news intel report that is on some topic, you would just tell it to do it here. Okay. And so this is a full up Hermes client. You can do everything that you can do with Hermes. But what we came for here is this stuff that's on top. All right. So what you'll do is you come over here and you click your level. And this helps you determine your AI Cyber Value Creator level. There are 6 levels to the game. Level 0 just means that you don't have, you're not passionate about a particular topic and you don't have much AI experience. Well, that's fine. Everybody starts somewhere, and if the assessment determines that you're level 0, then it'll give you a prescription of how you can get up to level 1. You need to be level 1 before you can proceed with the rest of the app, including the roadmap over here, which I'll show you in a second. So you need to be at least level 1, which is what we call the spark. That means that you have a valid idea that you've thought about and that you have some basic AI skills. Okay, and I'll walk through the questionnaire here in a second, and it'll show. I'll just force it into the spark with my answers. Level 3 is a little harder. That's when you actually have engaged with customers on this particular topic, whether it be service or product based, and you actually have gotten feedback from them that has shaped your offer and your product. Okay, that's a level 2 builder. And then level 3 is when you understand go-to-market strategies and how to market this app, how to distribute it, and you have experience in that. Well, that unlocks level 3 builder. Level 4 means that you have some thesis or some angle or some belief or a moat about your app, that you believe that you're approaching the problem in such a unique way that's going to change the world. Okay, that's called a thesis level. That's level 4 builder. And then level 5 is the oracle. That's where you can actually predict the future. So you see technologies coming such as AI or blockchain or quantum computing or something, and you're already adapting that into your app. Okay, that's a level 5 builder. All right, so it starts at 0, goes up to 5. All right, so let's go ahead and just take the assessment. I'm going to make this quick. I'm just going to force it. So I'm going to say, hey, it's asking us what do we want to build, and I'm going to say health care app for weight loss using AI. Okay, hit return. Okay, this is good. Ran into something here. There's no LLM provider configured. So the first time you come into it, you're going to have to configure an LLM provider. And the best way, the easiest way to do that, honestly, is to come into the roadmap page here. And at the top on the roadmap page, it gives you some instructions that you need to do. And I probably will push an update to this. So by the time you come to this app, it may already direct you to this page. It used to do that, and for some reason it stopped. So I'll fix that. So there's two things you can do here. We want to select an LLM provider. So you can pick any of them. You can pick Codex. You can pick Grok AI. That's what I'm using right now. And some of you may want to use Anthropic. The only thing about that is with Hermes, Anthropic won't let you use your subscription. Sorry. So you'd have to use an API. But I suggest maybe you take a look at Grok or even one of the free LLMs, or through Open Router or something. It's really cheap. It's like a fraction of the cost of Anthropic. But you want to make sure you're using Kimi K2 or something like that that's at the top end of capability. Because otherwise, if you use a cheaper model or a totally free model, it's probably you're probably not going to get good results. All right. So the way that you do that is you go right here, and there's a hyperlink keys page. You can also just scroll down to the keys page here, which I'll do, and you can come down and select your model. Okay, so the one I want to select is Grok, and I'm just come over here and hit the login. It takes me out to Grok. I can hit continue, and I want to make sure that you select personal if that's where you want to go, unless you want to go into your team account. Hit allow. It authorizes just like that. Okay, we're in. All right, so we can close this window now, or just go back to our tab, and we'll see that we're connected right here. Okay, the second thing that you'll need to do is you'll need to set your model. So we come in here to our model, and we can see that the main model is unset. We'll go ahead and change this now that we know that we have the, in this case, I'm using Grok XAI. I can go in here and I can select Grok 4.5, which is the best one. Okay, if you're using another model, you would select that right here. Okay. All right, so now that's set. So now what I can do is I can come back up to the levels page, and I can answer the app that we're trying to build. A health care app for weight loss using AI. Okay, Grok is pretty snappy. Depending on the model that you choose, it may be slower. Okay, so it's saying why weight loss. I recently lost weight and developed a technique. So it was originally to solve my problem. Okay, so it's going to have a conversation with you. It's going to push back. It's going to challenge you. It's going to ask you if you talk to others. Okay, in your own words, what is an AI model like ChatGPT actually doing when you type something? It is predicting the next words. Okay, it's going to see if you know a little bit about AI. Otherwise, it's going to shape you back down into that level 0. Okay, how do you keep track of your passwords? Okay, it's asking a little bit about security. We are secure vibe coders, right? I use a password vault. Now, depending on the sophistication of the answers I give it, it's going to probe deeper. It's going to see if I'm actually a level 3. But right now, it's trying to figure out where I'm at. Okay, do you write any code yourself? I do a little vibe coding. Have you actually spoken to someone else struggling? No. And this is going to force me into level 1 down below. Because level 2 is about talking to others and listening to them. Okay, what makes one prompt work better than another? Context. Do you use two-step verification? I'm just going to say yes. Each one of these levels ask more difficult security questions. If your weight loss app broke right now with an error message, what would you do first? Ask Grok. If you said something like, I don't know, and you did that a few times, it's going to put you down in level 0. So be honest. Because if you are level 0, you need the steps that it's going to prescribe so that you can get out of that. You notice the confetti that just bursted on the screen? Okay, we are level 1. Okay, that didn't take that long, right? Just a couple minutes. It tells you what a level 1 is. That's the spark. It tells you what's next up. Okay, that's the level 2, which is the listener. Okay, and then what it's doing right here is it's prescribing the next step so that we can get to level 2. So we'll just let this run for a second. It's going to customize this prescription for you. So I've said weight loss app, and I've answered certain security questions. So it's going to figure out where I'm at, and it's going to help me move to the next level as it relates to this weight loss app, which is really cool. Okay, that took about a minute and a half, maybe 2 minutes. So I cut the video just to speed it up for you. But what you can see here is that here's the prescription to level 2. And each one of these, when you click into them, like it says right here, write down a personal weight loss technique in one paragraph, list 15 specific places where people are already actively struggling. And then as you click on this, it's going to tell you how that you can do that, how you're going to find these groups. And then it's going to give you some additional resources where you can click into each one of these. It'll take you out to a link and help you do this task. And then you're going to actually tell them what you actually did in this task. It says right here, what did you actually do? Provide evidence. So you're going to describe, okay, I did what you said. I did boom, boom, boom. And then you say, I did this. And then it's going to use AI to check your answers. So don't fake it. Don't just like try to blow through this. You're just cheating yourself. But it's going to give you quality feedback. It's going to say you skipped a step, or you might want to try something different. And once you work through these 10 steps, you'll move up to level 2. Okay, so each of us are at a different level. And this tool helps you find that level because it's super important that you improve yourself as well as your app. Okay, so once you go through all of that, then you can move up to level 2 should you care to. All right, but we can just go ahead and stay there at level 1, and then we can go down to the roadmap. Okay, and so now we've already accomplished some of this stuff up here. Notice it's already lined through the model and the capability for images. Now, if you didn't select Grok, if you use like your maybe you want to use your ChatGPT license, your OpenAI credentials, you can click that button on the keys page and you can log in there. Well, they have an image model as well, but some of these models don't. So in which case it would ask you for it would give instructions on how to set up a Gemini key so that you can do a Nano Banana Pro. But also notice the second one right here is still open. If we want to do the YouTube trends and insights page, which I'll show you in a minute, then you're going to need to put in a transcript API key. Okay, and this tells you how to do that. You need to go out to the site right here. It's hyperlinked, and then you need to set this key on at the bottom of the keys page. Okay, all right. But we can go ahead and dismiss this and get that out of the way. That won't show up again. And the way this site works is this is where you spend your time on this page, the roadmap and the levels, if you're working on yourself. Okay, but we're going to work on building our business out and our business concept. And you'll notice here at the top, you can always click here and provide feedback. So when you click feedback here, you actually put your name in. and you select, how are you feeling right now? Are you red light, yellow light, green light? Right? If you're green light, you can say everything's awesome. Learning much. Okay, and what did you get done this week? Set up Hermes. What's your very next step? Roadmap. Step 1. Okay, and any blockers. I don't have any, so I'm going to leave them blank. And then do you agree that this information gets sent up to my dashboard where I can actually see feedback of how you guys are doing and any challenges that you have? Like if you're stuck or if something's broken here, send me a message in here and actually give me the blocker or the question that you have, and then I'll see that and then I can reply to you if I have time. If you're in my paid mentoring groups, well then you can bet that I'll have a faster response here for you. All right, so then we hit submit, boom, confetti. All right, so you just gave me feedback. All right, so be sure to do that. You can do it daily. If after a week after your last entry I don't see any more feedback, then it turns yellow. After 2 weeks it turns to red, just as a reminder, and it starts pulsing. Okay. All right, so once that we know our level, we've already set our level on the previous page here, then we start to get down into the value creator framework. The first thing we do is we work on our ICP. And what this is going to do is you hit this coach button over here. It's going to have the same situation. It's going to coach you through and have a conversation so that you can draw out your ICP. And here's the cool thing. It already remembers all the memory that you already put into it. How cool is that? So you won't have to tell it that you're building a healthcare app again. It already knows that. That's the cool thing about Hermes. Everything that we do in here gets carried forward into future conversations and context. It's another reason why I selected it. All right, but you have to do these in order. So what you can see here is these say that they're locked until you get your ICP. And then once you do that one, you can go to the next one. All right, once we set our foundation, then what it's going to do is fill in the company context for you, and it's going to generate your elevator pitch for you. Okay. Once you've done all that, then we can actually operate the business. And the idea with my methodology is that there are 4 levers that you can pull. You've heard me say that before in my workshops. Shameless plug for that. Make sure that you check out my next workshop. And if you miss it, make sure you get the recordings. And there are 4 levers that you can pull in any business. You can attract, you can nurture, you can convert, and you can deliver. And so you run laps around this cycle because they work like a flywheel. All right, so the first time around, you would just work the first step in each section. So you do one of the first attract step, the first nurture, the first convert, and the first deliver. And so what you would do is then hit the coach button, and it will start walking you through. For example, how do you develop your high trust referral network? Okay, and it's going to have a conversation with you, and it's going to teach you how to do that, and once you've completed all of that, then it's going to mark it complete. Okay, cool. And again, you just work at these, just chip away at them daily, and give me some feedback as you're going. Okay, let me know how it's going. Let me know how the site is going. You can also hit me up with DM in the school environment, in the school channel. All right, guys, that's pretty much what I wanted to show you is these 2 pages, but I also want to show you the YouTube insights. I'm gonna flip over to another instance of mine so I can kind of fast forward and show you what that looks like on a real running one. Okay, so when I come over here to my existing site, you'll see that on my instance, I'm monitoring 17 channels. So when you come to the YouTube channels or insights page, many of you will be interested in this. It helps you study your competitors and start to build scripts so that you can build YouTube content yourself. So I've put 17 channels in here, and you can expand them here. You can see who they are. You can delete them or add new ones. Be careful, don't put too many because you get much more than this. You're just running up your monthly costs probably unnecessarily. Okay, but anywhere between 0 and 15 is probably good. I added a couple more because I'm playing around. And what it'll do is go out then and pull all those channels in. Make sure that they're all channels that you're interested in for your niche, for your business. Don't put your hobby stuff in here. Put your business focused stuff, because it's going to then start to draw insights from these videos, and it's going to correlate them, and it's going to make a mess if you're all over the place with the channels that you're following in here. You want to, what are the things that are in your topic area, your niche, like healthcare, weight loss, for example. Mine happens to be, as you know, security and AI and vibe coding and such. So all these channels are related to that. There is a personal self-help channel here, Dan Co. I love him. Many of you guys like him too. So I'm following these guys. You'll see Nate Jones here, and you'll see that he's got the highest trending video right now. He's getting 909 views per hour. Okay, so I'm pulling this through some backend APIs. You can't get that like on the regular YouTube page, okay? And there's just one data point in here, and as time goes on, you actually get a trend. So I'm gonna go ahead and refresh that. And what you'll see is it's going to go out and pull the data again. And here in about, 20, 30 seconds, it's going to pull in the second data point, and we can actually see a trend of whether this is up or down. You can also hit this create button over here. There we go. We can also see this create button over here, and it will actually create a similar script based on this, but it will also look for gaps in what that person didn't say, and it'll help you make sure that you're not copying it, that you're actually doing a similar concept, but you can do like a contrarian view or hot takes or those types of videos, and it'll be different enough that you can stand out and break through the noise out there. Okay, so you can see the trends here. Many of these are up, some of them are just barely up. Okay, so really cool stuff there. And again, we'd hit that button, but it would take like 5 minutes, so I'm not going to do it right now. I will show you one here in a second that I did hit earlier and show you what the end result is, so stick with me. All right, so then we have this Insights tab here. So from that previous page, it's pulling all those videos down, okay, and then it's extracting insights, and I have 169 insights extracted over 13 of these video sources. And it basically uses like the most recent videos and the top trending ones, right? And so that it's not wasting your tokens, just going through every video. And so you could see here, and this runs like twice a day. It extracts these insights, or excuse me, once a day. I have it set up on a cron that already comes out of the box to do that. It's over here under the cron tab. We'll just leave that for now. And it's extracting these insights, and then what I do is I correlate these insights. So if multiple video sources are saying the same thing, that's probably something that I want to be aware of, okay? So what it'll do then is it'll correlate that so that I can see like those come to the top. So you can see this one right here has two sources. If I click on it, this insight, the insight is tag events can act as universal glue to fire AI agents on any workflow signal. Okay, interesting. There's two different videos here that said that, and they're time stamped, so I can click on them. It goes straight into that time, right where that person's saying that. How cool is that? Okay, so we'll go ahead and come out of that. So you can deep link into that if you want, or just let AI read it because it's already read it for you. Okay, and you can see the actual statement that was said at that time stamp. Really cool. So I'm using AI to extract those and then correlate them so that then it provides that context and everything that the system does. So if you build a script, it's going to leverage those highly correlated, it's going to favor those highly correlated concepts because we know that it's grounded in truth. Multiple people are saying it, right? And then that's better than just what AI has been trained on. Okay, you can delete these if you want. You can sort in all different fashions by category, for example, or most sourced or most recent. Okay, really cool. And then here's the coolest thing. Once you build scripts, so what'll happen is every day it'll come in based on those channels. It'll take like the top 5 trending videos for the day, and it will look for gaps in what they're saying. It will make suggestions for you and under this recommended folder here. And then you see each of the other folders are like an analysis of those individual videos. Like this is one from unsupervised learning. Here's the name of the actual video on the folder here. And then here's some like the transcript and all of that. But what's interesting is twice a day, we'll get recommendations of videos that we can make. So you can see here, I've got all these recommendations. Usually builds 3 at a time. So this is already run twice today. I think I run it at midnight and noon. And so you can see as you expand in here, you could see here's some concepts files that it's pulled together, but the scripts are what we came for. So here's an outline for a contrarian view on this topic of token desk hygiene OS. Okay, and so here's a whole video script for you that you could just sit down and record word for word if you wanted, or what you can do is drop in and edit the script. Okay, then you can hit save. It goes back into Markdown here, and then you can hit this produce button. And when you hit that produce button, again, it'll take like 5 minutes. I'll go ahead and hit it. It won't finish. It'll generate a task on the Kanban board, which you can see here. Okay, or we'll just let it'll also fire off a chat thread here in a second. But you can just leave all that, ignore it. You can see over here that we're spinning. Okay, so there's work taking place in this folder. Okay, and this will take about 5 to 10 minutes for it to do all of its thing. Let me show you one that's already been done. So if I hit the produce filter here, I can see one that was done yesterday for me in my recommended folder, and I can see a script here. Check this out. When I go in here, I see a PDF here that's been generated for me that I can use. Here's 3 different thumbnail alternatives. Okay, pretty good. AI generated those. All 3 of those would work well on YouTube. And then it goes into the actual script. So these are graphics that you can just put up on the screen and just kind of do, lecture style videos, which are the most engaging. Okay, so notice what it does. By the default, it's going to use this whiteboard technique. If you don't care for that, well, then you're free to go ahead and change that up and use any template that you want. Okay, so you also see, it walks through in the whole presentation for you. Okay, how cool is that? And you can get those individual assets in here inside your contrarian view. You can see each one of those images individually. You can also tell AI to you can point it to that actual file path right here and tell it to resubmit that image and fix something. I've used AI to do spell checking and quality control, but if you see a glitch, something that's AI slot, you can just point your Hermes to this whole path right here and copy paste that into a Hermes thread and say, hey, take this image and fix this. Okay, how cool is that? All right, so that's pretty much it. That's what I wanted to show you is these 3 modules. I'm going to be adding more modules in the future. And again, if you're seeing this video on YouTube, be sure that you want to find out more information about my mentoring group, you can click the link in the description. It'll take you to the group. Members, we already have 9,000 people in that group, or just thereabouts, and they have access to this right now, and they're leveling up. So you're falling behind, guys. So go ahead and jump in there, jump into the group, take advantage of this free resource that's inside the group. You just have to pay for your LLM cost. And then every 2 weeks I give a workshop and on various topics of secure vibe coding and setting up AI businesses securely. And that's what we focus on here on this channel and in my group. And I'd love to have you there. Again, check the link in the description.